It's your boy Big Baby. Support sporting icons for latest boxing news. Cheeseburger.
So, Big Baby Jarrell Miller becomes the fourth person unhappy with the deal that Anthony Joshua is offering. Now, as we know, he's already offered Wilder and Tyson Fury 40%, plus a guaranteed purse, plus a rematch, especially on the Wilder side. And that's not good enough. These guys want to fight each other. Okay, fine, fair enough. And Dillian Whyte, he's been offered apparently $500,000 more than what he had to face Derek Chisora. Again, not that much. Now, quite how much Jarrell Miller's been offered, have no idea. But if you guys go over to Twitter, you can see that Big Baby Jarrell Miller is unhappy with the offer. In fact, he wants to turn his attention to football, I'm presuming, yeah, that's NFL, than to give Eddie Hearn or promoters any kind of money. And this is what Big Baby Jarrell Miller had to say in his own kind of way. What if I told you I got an offer from an LFL team, and if this AJ fight does not happen, I'm playing football for more money and I don't have to give these damn promoters a fring cent? Getting tired of the greed in this sport from promoters that ain't taking no punches. Big Baby Jarrell Miller. So a couple of things. I mean, first of all, you know, Eddie Hearn is your promoter. So you always seem to want to throw him under the bus. You always seem to want to have digs at him publicly. That's not quite how a business works, is it? I mean, Eddie Hearn could just chop you, say, go on in, go fight on PBC once a year. So there's the first one. Second of all, whatever this offer is, I have no idea. And let's be real, Big Baby Jarrell Miller, out of all four of these guys, Big Baby Jarrell Miller is the one being offered an opportunity out of nowhere. Okay, because he's not mandatory, he's not number one or anything like that. So, and for the fact he hasn't beaten anybody of any great note. He's not pay-per-view in his own country or anywhere. Okay, so whatever the offer is, for example, how much did you make against Bogdan Dinu? How much did you make against Thomas Adamek? How much did you make against Gerald Washington? Whatever the highest one was, are you being offered double or more to take on Anthony Joshua for world titles? If the answer is yes, then surely you should take it. Surely. Because, listen, you've been the one who's been calling out Joshua. You've been the one who's been insulting him. You've been the one who's chasing him. You've been the one who's saying that he's easy work. So is it a payday you want, or is it a world title that you want? Now, with Dillian Whyte, I can understand him turning it down. If he's only offered £500,000 more than what he got against Derek Chisora, fair enough. For me, I think that a fight with Anthony Joshua is big eyes and big risk. Okay, so therefore, in my opinion, Dillian Whyte should be offered minimum double what he got paid. For any fighter should be offered double what it is that they got paid at their highest payday. Because where else are you going to earn that kind of money? For example, you can go fight two whoever's, which is less risk than an Anthony Joshua. So, for example, Big Baby Jarrell Miller, he can go fight two Bogdan Dinus and earn the same kind of money. That makes more sense. Because a belt is nice, of course it is. The belt also leads into big money fights down the road, of course. But really, in reality, a belt doesn't put food on your table. A belt is just a nice, shiny trinket. So if, for example, Big Baby Jarrell Miller, and I'm probably being generous here, if he got $500,000 to take on Bogdan Dinu, and he's being offered $2 million to take on Joshua, that's good money. Otherwise, you can go fight another Bogdan Dinu. You're going to have to go fight 4 or 5 Bogdan Dinus to get the same kind of money. Also, again, Joshua's willing to come to your back garden. He's willing to come to your city in New York to fight you. So you don't even have to get off your couch if you don't want to. You don't have to pop on no aeroplanes. You don't have to do anything like that. Except for press conferences, of course. So how much money is it really going to generate? How much money is Joshua versus Miller in America going to generate? I'm pretty sure it would generate more money if Miller come to the UK. As we know, Miller never really been one for travelling. He turned down opportunities to come to the UK before. He turned down an opportunity to go to Bulgaria to become Joshua's mandatory. So it's unlikely he's going to want to come to Wembley Stadium and take on Joshua. So as I said, any fighter, I mean, Wilder, he's been guaranteed double what he made against Fury. Tyson Fury's been guaranteed at least double what he made against Deontay Wilder. So either of these two guys could have and maybe should have took the opportunity. But Tyson Fury does bring star quality, that's for sure. If Dillian Whyte's only been offered $500,000 more than what he made against Derek Chisora, well, he can go fight 2 Derek Chisoras and make a hell of a lot more money. Because ultimately, that's the name of the game, that's prize fighting. So fighters should always know their worth. That's why I say, could you go fight somebody else and earn as much money as what you do against Joshua? Could you fight 2 people and go fight and make the same amount of money as what you've been offered by Joshua? So yes, I mean, for me, I don't believe anybody should undersell themselves and just take the gamble. Because ultimately, if you lose, you're starting again, right? You've got to start mid-table or depending on where you are on the table. Or Joshua can just go to China. Take on like Zili Zhang or whatever it may be. Go to Japan. They have heavyweights there as well. And earn mega money. More money than Joshua has ever seen in his life. He could do that. And he could legitimately do that because these two guys, one from China, one from Japan, are ranked within the WBO. So he could defend against one of those guys, go to Japan, go to China, and earn stupid amounts of money. But he's offering Miller a chance to fight you in your own back garden. Why wouldn't you take it? As I said, I don't know how much the offer is. If Miller's making $500,000 per fight, I wouldn't have thought that years. But if he's making $500,000 per fight and he's only being offered $750,000, yeah, that's a low ball. That's for sure. But ultimately, again, Miller, airing your frustrations towards Eddie Hearn, technically your employer of sorts. Well, technically Eddie Hearn works for the fighter, but ultimately he's the one who makes the fights. He's the one who will guarantee you the money. Even if the event flops, if you've been guaranteed a cut of money, and if the event doesn't make that, you're still going to get that money. Eddie Hearn will dip into his own pocket to make sure that you get paid. But ultimately, it's not Eddie Hearn that's actually making you the offer, Miller. It's Joshua. Eddie Hearn is the in-between guy between you and Joshua. So Joshua says, okay, offer Miller however much it was. But if Miller's offer, I don't know, if he's wanting something along the lines of 10 million, then that's just stupid. That's just stupid. Because you're not pay-per-view. You're not known in your own country at the minute. Listen, I like Miller. I believe that Miller could be a bigger star than Wilder. Which, to be honest, wouldn't be too difficult, right? But he could be. So he's got all the tools. He's got the gift of the gab. He's got all that kind of assets. But if you're being offered more than double your highest ever payday, well, why wouldn't you take it? Anyway, as I said, I don't know how much the offer is, but airing your thoughts on social media for the whole wide world to see, not really a good look. Not a good look. Because as I said, Eddie Hearn just go, right, okay, you know what, see you later. Because you keep doing this. You keep throwing me under the bus. And then when I see you, you're pally-pally. Listen, if you're unhappy, jog on. See, you can do that. And then you can go over to PBC and fight once a year. But you're not going to get Wilder because you're not part of the WBC. So this is your only route. At least Dillian Whyte, he has the opportunity to go for Dominic Brazil, because I believe that the WBC are going to order this fight. And then he's guaranteed the winner of Wilder and Fury. You're not guaranteed anything. You've been ordered to fight Trevor Bryan for no title. And then you're going to have to fight Manuel Charr or Fraser Quendo. And even then, you're not guaranteed Joshua next until the WBA call it. So you could be waiting for the next couple of years before you even get that. And listen, heavyweight boxing, you could get chinned. You could. I'm not saying Trevor Bryan or Manuel Charr can do this. I'm saying that you could. Listen, it's business, of course. Get as much money as you can, but going on social media is the wrong way to do it. It really, really is. Because believe me, I don't think Eddie Hearn gives too much of a monkeys about you. Anyway, that's my thoughts. You drop me yours. Click thumbs up and, of course, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.